Welcome back to Vinny Fishing, or Vinny Melkus Fishing. Like, subscribe if you can, or just do it. I was going to do an open unboxing for wintertime fishing, because that seems like what everybody's doing right now. But then I got too involved in other things, and then I ended up opening the box anyway from Tackle Warehouse. And I ordered that a while ago, and then I didn't even remember what was actually in it. But opened it up, and I'm glad I ordered it, because it's stuff that I'm going to use in my next tournament that is going down next month on Lake Havasu. Well, I'm anticipating using this. I mean, I guess I'm kind of throwing my game plan out in the Twitter sphere or YouTube mantra or whatever. Anyway, so one of the top things I love throwing in the wintertime, and I've literally caught fish throwing this thing, hitting ice, coming off ice, and ripping it, yo-yoing and whatnot. But so right on ice off up north, bam! I've caught so many fish off this thing, and I got a couple different kinds of them, and one of them it's the Jackal. If you can see it without that light. This is the TN60. I've got a TN70 or whatnot. I like the 60 for what I'd like to do, but 70 works well. Anyway, this is the standard version. The other one here, which I'll show you, this is a one knocker. And the main difference there being, instead of having, you can see the translucent in this translucent deal, all those BBs in there, and they make very interesting vibrating noise. And that metal bill, or not metal, well, it is a metal, it's lead, causes it to stand up. I don't have near the amount of issues of snagging with that bait as I do other rattle trap lipless crankbait type baits. That one seems to be the most effective one regardless of time of year. I just like it. I have a lot of confidence in it. This one knocker, though, see if I can get a better view of that. If you can look at that, I could take it out of the box, but I think you can see that. You can kind of see that one. There's one little disc there. It reminds me of a little magnet or one of those little batteries, and very distinct sound. It's a lot different than the other one. I'm going to pull this one out so you can actually hear it. I mean, you can tell the difference between that and the other one. And I think this is this right here. I've actually not fished the one knocker yet, so I'm glad I got that. I got a lot of the other TNs with the regular BBs, and I kill them. I kill a lot of fish on those. Or don't kill the fish. Catch a lot of fish. The other thing, it seems to be really popular, and I haven't gotten some because I was like, I'm going to do this. Fish a lot of ice fishing baits in the wintertime, doing a lot of video game fishing. Well, this isn't necessarily like you could use it the same way, or you could use it the same way as those TNs. And it's these blade baits. This one's a Strike Pro. Looked super realistic. And then I got a Vault. The Vault's more plain Jane, but this Strike Pro. Let me show you this thing. What you'll notice is different about this is one of the detail, obviously, you can tell that, but look at that center piece there. It's a chamber with 3 BBs. Very soft, not bombastic by any means like the TN. It's super, super soft. I don't know how they did that, but it's awesome, and I can't wait to try this bait out. Of course, the Vault is a good bait as well when it comes to these blade baits, and there's some other new ones that have come out this year, which I probably will end up putting an order for one of those Megabass Dino Responses just to try it out. So I ended up getting a couple of these. So I think that this one's AY, I believe, or however you pronounce that. Oh, it's Mossy. I just got realistic colors. I like a little purple or even a little chartreuse on my stuff, especially when I'm going to a smallmouth type fishery. Another thing, I like to throw jerk baits, especially up north. I mean, I kill giant smallies off them, and I couldn't resist. I got a number of Megabass 110s and then some Lucky Craft, and then a couple of and I throw in some Duarealis stuff. But this one, I went over here. Somebody got me a gift card. Went over to Bass Pro, and they were pretty much ramsacked with their jerk baits. And but there was one particular color that was stock full. And it's a color that I actually like, especially in Colorado River reservoirs, from Lake Powell all the way down, and especially in the summertime. Now, in the wintertime, I not necessarily haven't really done very well on this. I haven't really fished it that well. But in the summertime, this color, which is a French pearl, I believe, kills stuff. I mean, it actually gets slammed on the Colorado River impoundments. And this is the R2. The only thing I'm going to do here that's different, and having fished, I got to test this one out because I haven't fished the R2. But if you look at these, come with those damn out barbed hooks. Not a big fan of those things. I've lost a lot of fish with them when I try to fish with them. I mean, I just don't feel, when I feel the barbs, it doesn't feel like it's going to keep anything hooked. And from personal experience, it doesn't seem to. So at the very least, I change out one of these guys, typically the middle one, and I put a number 6 Gamakatsu wide gap. I'm probably just going to change all of them out since I'm going to tournament, and then I'm going to check it out when I'm on the water. Because what happens with these, they're so finely tuned, typically, the 110s. I'm imagining this is the same way, that it will, and with what temperature it is, you'll see if it suspends or sinks. I actually don't mind, I like it suspending when it's, depending on what the water temperature is. At certain temps, I actually like to let it have a slow fall. But I want to start off, I want that thing to suspend. So I want to go change those hooks, and then I want to go test them out. I might have to adjust that. Might put a different size hook on there just to play around. It's really not that tough. I mean, it seems like it, but it's not. I just keep those hooks with me. A little split ring deal. Bam, throw some hooks on there, and then cast it out and really dial in what you're doing, especially when you got a lot of pressure. And the cat's out of the bag on these jerk baits, so everybody's fishing them. So might be the difference between you catching a lot of fish and not catching anything. It might be a paycheck. That's all I know. And the other thing I got a couple of these actually. I got a couple colors and a couple different sizes. I got a 1/2 ounce and then a 3/8 ounce, and it's these. And I got a few already. I just happened to just grab another couple because I plan on, covering a little water with this stuff, and there seems to be a lot of good history on the body of water that I'm going to with this bait. And that's this chatter bait here. This is the jackhammer. It's a 3/8, and this is the spot. Oh, what is this one again? Green pumpkin. Green pumpkin is like a good color. The other one I got, 1/2 ounce. I got it's the Clearwater shad. And green pumpkin, just I love the way the skirt is on there. I will say this. So I've fished this bait before. I mean, I haven't really crushed them or anything on it, but it is well made. Is I've chipped some of the paint off this blade, which is not a big deal. Everything's functional on the old one. This one's brand new, so not gonna have any chips on it. But look, the other thing I like about it is, so if I'm pre-fishing, I'm just gonna keep this little red thing on here, and hopefully it won't stick anything. Cool thing about this too is when you're throwing like a Yamamoto trailer, the Seiko or something like that, is this double barb thing here. One thing it does is with those heavily salted baits, if you keep pushing those baits over the lead, I've talked about this in the past, like that lead body right there by the jig head, what tends to happen is that plastic starts deteriorating and just starts falling back and forth. I mean, it keeps going back. So this kind of mitigates that issue a little bit. I like it. I've tried it. Still have like the same versus Seiko on my last one. It's going strong. I really like that trailer on these two. Which I've got a brand new pack of white ones. I got some green pumpkin, just a couple basic colors. But I wanted to on this intention. My intention was get a 1/2 ounce of 3/8 ounce, and I got a couple others colors and see what we can do some damage out there on Havasu with this stuff. Anyway, that's that's pretty much my winter box that I did. I'm going to put one more together because I want to get some more, and I've showed you guys these before. This stuff for small swim baits, and then another thing I'm going to be throwing out there, obviously you got a drop shot. Everybody has that. Probably split shot. So the unsung hero, the split shot rig with the little robo arm. I've done damage across Arizona with a split shot rig. Not a lot of guys. I know there's a couple of guys that have brought it back, but I used to just kill them, go by people even with drop shot, and just kill them with the split shot. It's old school. It used to be the go-to thing here. So that's the unboxing, please like, subscribe, and I'll be doing some more on the water stuff here now that we're getting into like tournament season, and hopefully the weather will start turning a little bit better. I know it's ice up north, anywhere from, or where I'm at, anywhere mid Colorado above. I mean, you're ice, which if you're not ice fishing, that's cool. It's a good time. But other than that, I'm going to be down south fishing, and then when the ice off comes, I'm going back up north, and we're going to chase some trophy smallmouth, and then also do a few more tournaments. Anyway, peace.